Hey there, Taurus. Taurus, I've shuffled and laid out your spread, so here's your reading. Now, Taurus, your overall energy in the week ahead, you got 3 cards that fell out. So, Taurus, you either got a lot going on, or this is regarding different groups of Taurus, or this is just happening in your week ahead. Interchangeably, perhaps all at once. Maybe only one of these things are happening, maybe 2 of these things. But the first one you have is sex. So Taurus, you could be having sex on the brain, or there is some sort of focus towards sex. Either you are getting it, not getting enough, but you are thinking about sex for some reason. Yes. But also with sex, at the bottom here, what this is also talking about is, do you feel disconnected to yourself and others? What do you need to feel more loving? Do you feel your needs are not being met? So, Taurus, are your sexual needs not being met? Is there trouble in paradise? Is there something going on with a particular relationship? Is there something going on in the sex section of the relationship? Or do you not feel enough affection? Or are you working on trying to have more affection? This could either be you or someone you're dealing with, but this feels like this is regarding some particular significant connection, or this could be you focusing in on yourself. But you may be feeling your needs are not being met, and you may be trying to look at what more can be done for you to get more of that sense of love, or having more love flow in for you, either towards yourself or coming from another that you may want this to happen with. You may even be feeling disconnected, where the person you're dealing with, you may feel like there's some sort of distance growing between you, where sex may not be existing as much or at all at this time. Or this may be you just disconnecting from someone, or you just feel disconnected within yourself. You may be experiencing where you may not be able to build your connection or form connection with someone else or others at this time, where you may feel like like people don't get you right now, and it's like you may need people to get you right now, or you may need someone in particular to get you right now, or maybe you're trying to get yourself at this time. Like, you might be disconnected about you and trying to get you right this time. Maybe you're changing, or you're going through something where what you're dealing with or experiencing is unfamiliar territory. You're trying to get a handle on it. You also have weather, natural events. So there could be some particular event coming about, or there may be a focus on, the change in weather or season, or maybe a new season is coming in, or a season is ushering out with weather and natural events, or just something is happening that's significant with this. It talks about what's urgent in your life, what's making you feel overwhelmed and is out of your control. Are you worried about how you will survive a major change? Okay. So you could be dealing with some adversity, or some sort of disruption, or some sort of shakeup or tower moment at this time, Taurus. Or you could be experiencing a reset after adversity, or a reset that avoids adversity, that is a significant change. Or you may be gaining some sort of sudden insight. You may be needing to release something drastic could be going on. You could be feeling a lack of freedom at this time. But with this energy, there might be something that needs your prompt attention, or something you need to attend to, or you may be experiencing an feeling of urgency to a particular matter or to your circumstances, where you want to see what you can do to quickly bring changes or avoid a lack of stability or any potential destruction that can come into your world as a result of some changes, or needing to adapt to change, or maybe you may be trying to avoid some sort of changes. But with natural event, this could be something that's just out of your hands, that's coming up, that is impacting you in some way, and it may give you a sense of urgency for it, or this is you trying to see how to adapt to the change or hold up under the changes as they're happening. You also have celebrations, occasions. I don't know, did I show you this card? I'm sorry if I didn't. There it is. Boom. So Taurus, you also have celebrations and occasions. Nice. So that could be the change. You could be dealing with some sort of celebration. You could be socializing. Something surprising could happen. Something just a sudden change of event comes in. But you have celebration here. You might be having some fun. You might be feeling good, connecting with others, or, just having some sort of celebratory attitude. You may have achieved something, or something is happening that brings about a new day, happiness, celebration for you. This also talks about, are you concerned about commitment? Do you have fears around social situations? Would you like to break free from the repressed you? Okay? So, what side of this are you on, Taurus? Are you feeling repressed and you may be trying to see how to remedy that? Or are you coming out of a time of feeling repressed? How are you about social situations? Are you engaging in social situations, about to, or you need to perhaps? Have you been on hermit mode, keeping to yourself, not really getting out? And maybe it's the time for you to do something a little different. And if there's a particular connection or commitment that you are focused on, what are you concerned about with this connection or commitment? Perhaps you are focused on whether or not you're being supported. The reason why I say that is, Taurus, you have, as what you're dealing with in the week ahead, you have the Hangman. This is what you're dealing with in the week ahead. And with the Hangman, you have, what's around that Hangman is how solid are your supports. So your support system may be in question in the week ahead, Taurus. Your support system within your relationships, your support system with your resources, your support systems at work, whatever support systems at this time that's in question in the week ahead, this may be your focus. Something may be going on with your support systems that you may be experiencing some sort of lack or disruption, or some sort of change comes in that affects your support system. And so you may be having a concern about that support system, whether or not there's something that you need to let go of. Perhaps you may need to focus on what needs to be sacrificed, or something may be being sacrificed around your support system. Because with the Hangman, this is talking about just that. The Hangman is about, is there something that you have to surrender to, or you're looking to surrender to, or is this something you have to let go of, or you're trying to hold on to? Is there something that you need to release, or is this something you need to consider or take time to think about before you make a decision, or you need to consider as a result of some sort of issue with your supports or relationship or connection or resources, where you may be trying to use wisdom here. With the Hangman, you could be trying to look at the alternatives, trying to reevaluate. You could be dealing with some measure of manipulation or selfishness, where either you or someone you could be dealing with is acting from a place of tunnel vision. There could be some sort of punishment or futile situation that you're dealing with. You could be experiencing someone pulling your strings to manipulate you. You could be experiencing some sort of depression, or you could be experiencing some sort of blind allegiance, or someone may no longer have a blind allegiance. This could be you or someone that you're dealing with. But also with this Hangman, this is talking about you needing to look at things from a different perspective. This is also talking about you focusing on not being frustrated or being a victim in a situation, or perhaps you may be feeling like a victim and it's causing you frustration. There's a need for you to have sense about the situation and not lack sense, and there may be a need for you to have spiritual strength with what you're dealing with. But this is about you perhaps needing to take a pause, or something is being put on hold or paused or delayed for you that somehow is affecting your supports, perhaps your usual supports, or maybe something you were counting on to come in, or something that you're used to. Something about it is being affected at this time. You may be trying to see how to avoid becoming stuck or avoid delays, or you may be trying to hold on or hold out. So your best mental attitude here, Taurus, is the King of Cups. And what I want you to see about the King of Cups, this is Bruce Banner of the Hulk, right? And he wasn't very good at keeping his emotions in check. That was he. He usually ended up, if angry, becoming the Hulk. So your best mental attitude is not to be that motherfucker, okay? There's a need for you to have emotional maturity. There's a need for you to have control over your emotions, to not get angry in the week ahead, Taurus. There's a need for you perhaps to counsel your situation so that you can come up with the best wisdom to apply where delays or setbacks may be concerned, or to come out of delays and setbacks, or to not become a victim, or to see what needs to be sacrificed or surrendered if that's necessary in the week ahead. But for you to have an attitude that's balanced, that doesn't take you on an emotional roller coaster ride that will only cause you to experience more delays and stuck energy. So this is you needing to manage your emotions, and this is you needing to counsel yourself, or perhaps be of counsel in some way that allows you to stay emotionally balanced. And so what's around this King of Cups is you have two cards from the chakra, which is one, be prepared like the beaver and be savvy like the fox. So with this energy, when I think about the beaver builds dams, right? The beaver is a builder. It's creative, actually, right? In order to be able to figure out how to build its dam in water to have a home, but also affect the water and the current, right? So with the Beaver here, I feel that there's a need for you to be prepared and focus on being creative in how you counsel a situation or how you approach a situation, so that you can avoid being in your feelings or quickly come out of being in your feelings. And with the be prepared, this is around the solar plexus. So this is you needing to operate in your personal power, maintain some inner strength to see how to be empowered in a situation, have will and determination, avoid being stressed or allowing your self-esteem to take a hit. Now with be savvy, like the fox, this is about being clever, being cunning. With the fox and all this blue, this is basically around the throat chakra. And so this is about you needing to be able to communicate your authentic truth, to not be shy to speak up. Make sure you're able to express yourself, but express yourself from an emotional balanced place with this energy. But this is you perhaps needing to speak up, needing to communicate. Perhaps you might need to communicate your needs or communicate that allows you to work out what's going on with your supports so that you can make them more solid, or adapt to any changes that make you feel that your supports, either in relationship or in your resources or in work or whatever supports are not feeling solid for you, you're able to communicate effectively. But be mindful that you may need to be clever about it. You may need to be savvy. You may need to be cunning. Come up with a strategy. So your best action and advice is you do have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is the best action and advice. There's a need for you to first off have emotional balance within yourself. Okay? Create emotional harmony for yourself. But also your best action is for you to focus on your connections, your relationships, to assist you in your ability to shore up your supports, or to increase the level of support you may need in this week ahead, or to adapt to the way your supports are perhaps being imposed upon or shifting or changing. And so with this Two of Cups, here is your action. There's a need for you to be able to see eye to eye, perhaps with someone insignificant. Perhaps you may need to lean on a particular relationship. But this is about being able to come into agreement, come into an understanding, coming to a place of care and support between yourself and another, but also to be focus on your own self-care and support towards yourself. And this is you making sure that with this Two of Cups, you may need to turn to people who have love for you, that really mean you well, and would really have your back and your best interests at heart, and who you can turn to be a support to you at a time that you need your support system to be more solid, or as you have to adapt to changes to your supports in whatever area you may feel or be experiencing some shift in your supports, where whether or not your support system is solid is in question. So your outcome here, Taurus, is you do have this Page of Wands. Okay, this is your outcome. With the Page of Wands as your outcome, this is about you communicating, responding. This is about going in a new direction. This is about being enthusiastic, but there's the caution of not being impulsive or reckless with this energy, because pages are young energy. So with this page, there may be a focus on you needing to be with this energy having enthusiasm, spirit, and drive, but also to be alert, to be open to learning, and to make sure you are getting information. So some news could be coming in, or you could be conveying some news or message. But what I want you to take notice here is that she got a bat and she got on a military uniform. So this chick is ready to fucking fight, okay? And she ready to handle her business with that bat. So with this energy as your outcome, you may be very determined to go in a new direction, and you may be willing to fight to do it, or perhaps you might need to fight to do it. Be mindful though, if it's that one, that the cause is worth it, and two, be mindful that whatever direction you may be trying to take, do you need to take a bat to that shit? Or you might want to be careful and see if you can be more diplomatic. But with this bat in her hand, you might need to use a little force in order for you to go in a new direction, in order for you to be heard. But just be mindful that with the use of this force, be reasonable. Be mindful of and make sure you're avoiding any extremes. Okay? Be empowered, but not arrogant or controlling or pushy. But do be assertive. And with the Page of Wands as your outcome, this is you communicating or responding. This is you taking action. This is you focusing on going in a new direction, and very determined to do so. And with the looks of it, having the ability to go in that new direction as well, Taurus. So now, Taurus, your guidance, you had 3 cards that came out. The first one is freedom. Free yourself from limiting beliefs and attitudes. Be an advocate of freedom so others can be free to pursue their dreams. Unshackle the chains that bind you from being the person you want to be. Okay? So there's a need for you to focus on your own freedom. You may be feeling confined in some way. Your support systems, where they're affected, may be causing you to experience a lack of freedom. You may be experiencing some sort of limitations, restrictions, or constraints. But this is about you needing to focus on how to free yourself, focusing on how to see a way through, and not focusing on any limiting thoughts and beliefs about your circumstances, situations, or with regard to the changes or the effects your support system may be under, where you may feel are not as solid at this time. So be an advocate for yourself. Be an advocate towards your circumstances and your situation, with the focus of how to free yourself up in your mind and in your world, so that you can continue to pursue and obtain your dreams, but also being mindful that as it relates to others, that freedom is something that's desired by all. And you want to be mindful that whatever you are pursuing or trying to go in a new direction, or seeing what action you can take for yourself, that it is not impeding or imposing on others in such a way that their dreams and goals are not being reached for the sake of yours. And also be unshakable with whatever matters you're dealing with, where you could feel chained in, and focus on breaking free. Focus on being mindful to be clear-minded in your objectives, so that you can achieve your aims and obtain the freedom that's necessary for yourself, or with regard to your supports, or within your relationships, or wherever freedom is needed or trying to be pursued or obtained. So, Taurus, you also have believing in magic. True magic is abounding in my life. Okay? So some things you could be dealing with, Taurus, they may not be a tangible, practical answer. And this may be a time for you to believe and trust in the universe, that the universe has your back and that you are not doomed and that you are supported, and that the universe will show up for you if you ask for the universe to support you and make solid the areas of support where you feel may be lacking or are in question. And see the universe show up and things work out for you. Your other piece of guidance is opening to love. My heart is open. Okay? So there's a need for you to release any negative feelings or emotions that you may be harboring or experiencing in your week ahead with regard to relationships or any drastic changes that either are coming in that you're experiencing or that you may be trying to bring about. But also with this energy, be open to celebrating, open to having some fun, open to, your needs, and having an open heart towards yourself, showing some compassion towards yourself and showing compassion towards others. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. Bye.